Can I refuse a breathalyzer test in Texas? My name is Cofer Connelly, and I'm a criminal defense lawyer at Cofer Connelly here in Austin, Texas. If you searched, "Can I refuse a breathalyzer test in Texas?" there's a good chance you or someone you love has just been pulled over, or you're trying to understand your rights before something happens. In this video, I'm going to explain when you can refuse a breathalyzer test, what happens if you do, and how that decision can affect both your driver's license and your criminal case. As you listen, remember, at Cofer Connelly, we are former prosecutors now fighting for your rights. We have a 93% case dismissal or win ratio, and we're an award-winning Texas law firm that has received some of the most prestigious awards available to Texas lawyers. This is general information, not specific legal advice. Every case is different. If you're facing a DWI, you should talk to a lawyer about your exact situation. First, it's important to understand that not all breath tests are the same. On the side of the road, an officer may ask you to blow into a small handheld device. That roadside breath test is generally used as a screening tool. You can usually refuse that test in Texas. You can also refuse the field sobriety test, but the officer may still arrest you based on other observations. Later, at the station or at a testing facility, you may be asked to take an official breath or blood test. That's where Texas implied consent laws come into play. By driving on Texas roads, the law says that you've given implied consent to submit to a chemical test if you've been lawfully arrested for DWI. But you still have a choice. But there are consequences. If you refuse the official breath or blood test after an arrest, the Department of Public Safety can move to suspend your driver's license, often for a longer period than if you had agreed or failed the test. You usually have a very short deadline, often just 15 days from the date of arrest, to request a hearing to fight that suspension. Miss that deadline, and your driver's license can be suspended automatically, even while your case is still pending. At Cofer Connelly, one of the first things we do in a DWI case is look at any refusal, explain your license options, and take immediate steps to challenge that suspension. A lot of people think refusing a breathalyzer means there's no evidence and the state can't prove anything, but that's not always true. Officers in Texas can often seek a warrant for a blood draw even if you refuse. If a judge signs that warrant, they may still get your blood alcohol result. On the other hand, a refusal can sometimes make the state's case more complicated, and it can create opportunities for a better outcome. As former prosecutors, the lawyers at Cofer Connelly have reviewed thousands of DWI files from the other side. We know how prosecutors think about refusals, when they view them as a problem, and how to use those issues to your advantage in negotiations or at trial. Our 93% case dismissal or win ratio reflects the depth of that kind of careful analysis. People often want a simple yes or no. Should I refuse a breathalyzer in Texas? The honest answer is that it depends on the circumstances. Your prior record, whether there was an accident, what the other officer observed, and many other factors. There is no one rule that fits every situation. But what you should take away is this: you have rights. The choices you make during a DWI stop can have major consequences, and the sooner you involve an experienced DWI defense lawyer, the better your chances of protecting your license, your record, and your future. If you've been arrested for DWI or refused a breath or blood test in Austin or anywhere in Central Texas, don't try to navigate this alone. Call Cofer Connelly or visit coferconnelly.com. Put former prosecutors, an award-winning law firm, and a team with a 93% case dismissal or win ratio on your side. We'll walk you through what refusal means, what deadlines you're facing, and what we can do to help. I'm Cofer Connelly with Cofer Connelly. When a DWI threatens your freedom and your license, we're here to fight for you.